My name is Ashley Anderson, and I'm here to talk about Mammoth Cave National Park. Mammoth Cave is located in Kentucky and is very large. It is the longest known cave system, ranging over 400 miles, and has a variety of systems within it. This cave is unique in being home to rivers and lakes. After you go through the caves, visitors can go kayaking, canoeing, boating, swimming, camping, horseback riding, and bicycling. The whole family can find something to do and have fun at this national park. Mammoth Cave was made into a national park in 1941. In 1981, it became a National Heritage Site, and in 1990, it became a Biosphere Reserve. According to NPS.gov, there have been findings that Paleo-Indians once lived in Mammoth Cave starting about 12,000 years ago. Around 6,000 to 8,000 BC, a group called the Archaic Indians had many spots around Mammoth Cave where they lived and hunted once more animals and megafauna started appearing. During 6,000 to 3,000 BC, more and more Paleo-Indians started coming, and they made pottery and tools. During 3000 to 1000 BC, they started mining for minerals such as selenite and epsomite. In 1000 BC to 980, they started making villages. By 200 BC to 280, the Indians started trading with other places. In the protohistoric period, white settlers came to Kentucky where they brought diseases and separated all of the Native Americans. They also pushed the original Native American tribes that were still left off the land and ended thousands of years of Native American settlements at Mammoth Cave National Park. In the War of 1812, the caves were used to get saltpeter from. The saltpeter was turned into gunpowder to help with the war. Franklin Gorham bought the Mammoth Cave property in 1838. The following year, Dr. John Croghan bought the property. They both used slaves to help explore the caves and even thought that the air running through the caves could be therapeutic. Years went by of setting up tourist traps and cave wars amongst various interested parties. According to NPS.gov, Congress was inspired by the report of the Southern Appalachian National Park Commission and passed legislation authorizing the establishment of a national park. Senator Barkley announced it a national park July 1, 1941. Indians once lived there, but in the protohistoric time period, white settlers came and gave the Indians diseases and pushed them out of their home. I couldn't find any information that the park was contested. The Native Americans that were pushed out happened before Mammoth Cave became a national park. It was singled out to become a protected area to protect the cave system, and also it is the largest known and is very biodiverse. The IUCN categorizes Mammoth Cave as a national park, which is Category 2. Mammoth Cave National Park is managed for ecosystem protection and recreation. According to World Heritage Outlook, threats to the property range from very low to high. Low threats come from ecosystem modification, especially suppression of wildfires and flooding of natural underground water systems due to storm water drainage from surrounding residential and industrial areas. Far more serious threats come from neighboring coal-fired power plants that cause air and groundwater pollution and from the incidence of the deadly white-nose fungal disease affecting the bat population. The most significant potential threat is from the increased air and water pollution due to ongoing development in surrounding areas outside the park. The direct threat I am focusing on is pollution in and around the cave. This comes from visitors who visit. When they go and camp and go hiking, they leave trash behind, and they degrade the park's waters, trails, and cave systems. The indirect threat is the pollution happening outside the park. This includes the power plants and the development outside that are affecting the air and water inside the park. The underlying causes of the pollution include human population growth, developments, and material aspirations. This have caused humans to build factories and other developments which pollute the park air and water systems. History plays a role in this because as the park was founded, more and more people started showing up and using it, which makes the park more and more polluted. Also, as time has gone on, there have been more and more development outside the park, which feeds into the pollution found inside. According to World Heritage Outlook, generally the protection and management of the property is of high standard and very effective. There is strong legal protection at state and federal level. The property is under public ownership and the stakeholder support is good. The park has suffered some reduction in terms of staff and finance, but management intervention is guided by a series of comprehensive and widely consulted management plans. Monitoring, research, interpretation, and education are exemplary. Of great importance for managers is the need to remain vigilant over impacts from urban, industrial, and resource development activities outside the property that have a potential to increase above current levels. The first management style is number 1. Protected area managers need to intervene so the impact of human-caused threatening processes are reduced. This is seen in the management plan when talking about the park visitation and the need to open more areas for visitors to go to therefore reduce the population caused overabundantly at the main historic entrance. The second management style is number 3. Dealing with threats may require long-term activity. The management plan focuses primarily on the threat of extensive visitor views. It mentions many times adding different parts to the park to split up the visitors and how they can go about the park rather than being stuck entering the cave system from one area and everyone being bunched into one part. The third management style is number 11. A systematic assessment of human-caused threats may aid effective management. This principle is used in the plan when they take a visitor survey about where they come from and how their visit affects the park. Thank you for listening.